Well, as promised, we are continuing to celebrate Idaho's chief meteorologist, Rick Lantz, of course. He is retiring after 42 years.
We're going to miss Rick a lot, but I'll tell you, the weather department is in good hands, and I want to send it over to the other side of our studio now. You know her from Wake Up Idaho, meteorologist Rachel Garceau. Of course, we just heard from meteorologist Sophia Bliss. In the middle, Idaho's chief meteorologist, Rick Lantz. We'll send it over to the couch, the meteorologist click. Guys, how you feeling this afternoon?
I know we're all feeling good. A little bit of mixed emotions.
It really is, yes.
Across the board.
Yes. You asked where's Hector, and you were supposed to pick him up.
Oh. Uh-oh. He's still at the airport.
He's going to have to take the bus now.
Yes.
He might be a little late.
So we are continuing to celebrate Rick today and all the years that have brought to this point. But you're starting a new chapter now.
It's great. It's great. You know, I've got to tell you, all the things that I've had a chance to do here in the weather, which I know that you guys will be chasing, you know, for quite some time.
Yeah.
Those things that I'll miss. I was at the National Hurricane Center. I was also in Oklahoma, severe storms. Okay, and then also, but the most interesting thing was the time that I spent in Seattle, because, you know, the National Weather Service has a fleet of boats, okay, that are about, they're bigger than a yacht, but they're not as big as a cruiser, okay?
The Weather Service
yes,
has
the
boats.
National Weather Service.
This is new to me.
What they do, the Pacific Fleet, what they do is they go out over the Pacific and they go down especially toward the equator, and they take a look at, of course, the warming water. So they look at El Nino, La Nina, and all those different things, and on the buoys, they'll get out there on top of the buoys and just make sure that everything is working, and they'll hang on one side and say we're on the northern hemisphere, hang on the other side and say that they're on the southern hemisphere. And they always had problems, I'm trying to say this fast, but they always had problems with pirates. That would take over these ships down in some of those areas.
Goodness.
So they said they never carried any money, and they tried to show them, look, it's a waste of time to do this.
Exactly. We have nothing for you, but still, how fascinating.
It is. And so, like I'm telling the police, it's a waste of time to stop right from the National Weather Service. They never carry any money.
Sure. That's right.
Did you get on one of the buoys? I feel like that would be
I wish I could have. That would have been a lot of fun.
That would be so great.
But we did have a news director one time that wanted to send me on a plane through a hurricane.
Oh.
And he left before he had a chance to do that. I don't know if I would have made that.
That would have been amazing.
You talk about up and down.
But you know what's so interesting? Thank you, Rick. But one thing I was going to say real quick is you do have to kind of go chase that severe weather, because we just don't get it here in Idaho, for better or for worse. If you love severe storms and things, we see thunderstorms every once in a while. But
I was saying
you got to go chase it down.
I was saying a while ago that we did have a tree in my backyard that knocked over a fence.
Yes.
So you had to deal with that, and you got to say that's a real inconvenience. That's such a hassle.
Yes, it is.
But I got to tell both of you just what a great job that you guys are doing. And keep up the good work. I know that you will. You'll continue to do that. And congratulations to you.
Thank you, Rick.
So you're the new chief. And of course, I know that I'm leaving it in great hands and that things are going to be going fantastic.
They'll be great.
So how about you guys? What's your plans for the future now?
Tell you what. Well, I'll be here in the evenings now. So if you want to see my forecast, instead of getting up at 5 a.m., you have to stay up until maybe 6 or 10 p.m.
That's one thing I never did. That's one thing I never did.
Never did the early show.
Yeah, absolutely. But I would just like to add one thought, a little bit of a tangent. I was up this morning, and we had the most brilliant, beautiful sunrise. And I was looking at it, and I was like, wow, I'm so glad that I'm awake to see this, because I don't know how I would describe this to anybody else. We've had the really light baby pinks, and then it transitioned to gold. And it was just stunning, and I'm just so happy to witness it. And so I feel like that's how I would articulate you being here, is like, it's so amazing, so many accomplishments, so colorful.
Thank you.
And I'm just happy to be here to witness it.
Well, I can do an impression of Rachel.
Okay.
Oh, it's another sunrise. Oh, please.
I appreciate sunrises more than I don't get to see them in person because I'm always working while they're happening.
You'll miss them now. You'll miss them now.
Well, we will miss you, but you get to now go see sunsets out your window instead of on your computer screen here in the studio.
Nice just sitting there watching through a snowstorm and not have to figure out why it's doing it or what it's going to do at the
and you don't have to drive into work in it. You just get to stay home and watch it with everybody else. Rick, you're going to be so missed.
Like you're retired.
We're living vicariously through you.
You are.
Yes.
Well, we will miss you. We really will.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Viewers will miss you as well. Congratulations. It's so exciting.
Thanks for letting me sit in the middle.
Of course.